at times of economic scarcity, generally the politicians in this country right now want to look for scapegoats, want to organize around race as opposed to around principle and around values. And I think that's a mistake, and I think that can be countered, but it's going to require the kinds of grassroots mobilization and the kinds of work at a local level that I think I talk about a lot in those chapters on Chicago.
Wonderful man there, Reverend Wright.
Right, and who is my pastor, and he is a wonderful man, and I think that's an example of he's a pastor of a large congregation in Chicago, and one of the interesting things that I discover in my journey to discover what my identity is and who my father is also discovering sort of my own faith, which is not necessarily a traditional faith. I don't come out of an institutionalized religious setting, but what becomes important to me as I work with churches in the south side of Chicago and low-income neighborhoods is to realize that all the stories and songs of the church, the hope that is embodied in the church, the sense of liberation that is embodied in the historically African American church, is really something that moves me deeply, and I think is probably the main pillar around which a lot of inner cities communities are going to be built. And Reverend Wright, my pastor, who I speak about in a chapter in the book, I think represents the best of what the black church has to offer.
We have supported state terrorism against the Palestinians and black South Africans, and now we are indignant because the stuff we have done overseas is now brought right back into our own front yards. America's chickens are coming home to roost.
Wonderful man there, Reverend Wright.
Right, and who is my pastor, and he is a wonderful man, and I think
gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a 3-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America? No, no, no. Not God Bless America. God damn America. That's in the Bible for killing innocent people. God damn America for treating us citizens as less than human. God damn America as long as she tries to act like she is God and she is supreme.
In church. Is really something that moves me deeply, and I think is probably the main pillar around which a lot of inner cities communities are going to be built. And Reverend Wright, my pastor, who I speak about in a chapter in the book, I think represents the best of what the black church has to offer.
Fighting for peace is like raping for virginity. What's going on in white America, U.S. of KKKA, black men turning on black men. That is fighting the wrong enemy. You both are the primary targets in an oppressive society that sees both of you as a dangerous threat. We cannot see how what we are doing is the same thing Al-Qaeda is doing under a different color flag.
Who is my pastor, and he is a wonderful man, and I think
God damn America, that's in the Bible for killing innocent people. God damn America for treating us citizens as less than human. God damn America. For 20 years causes some white people and some Uncle Tom some problems. Oh, I am so glad that I got a God who knows what it is to be a poor black man in a country and a culture that is controlled by and run by rich white people.
I think when you spread the wealth around,
we have got to change the way we have been doing things as an arrogant, racist, military superpower. We believe God sanctioned the rape and robbery of an entire continent. We believe God ordained African slavery. We believe God makes Europeans superior to Africans and superior to everybody else. Yes, 9/11/01 happened to us, and so did slavery happen to us. Yes, the World Trade Center happened to us, and so did white supremacy happen to us. Yes, the Pentagon happened to us, and so did the Tuskegee experiment happen to us. Yes, Shanklin, Pennsylvania happened to us, and so did the Sharpsville massacre happen to us. A government-sponsored religiosity makes you suffer from amnesia. I am sick of Negroes who just do not get it. Hillary was not a black boy raised in a single-parent home. Barack was. Barack knows what it means to be a black man living in a country and a culture that is controlled by rich white people.
Who is my pastor, and he is a wonderful man, and I think it can be built. And Reverend Wright, my pastor, who I speak about in a chapter in the book, I think represents the best of what the black church has to offer.